I love watching Valentine's Day from afar. I do. I love watching, because this is one of the only holidays where if we see an incredible romantic gesture, like just something over the top, we assume he did something wrong. Like that's you never see a dude with 50 balloons and go, that's so sweet. You usually are like, yeah, he down bad, huh? What I think is cool is that with time, Valentine's Day matters less to the couple. You know, like initially when you start out, those first couple years, maybe even 3 years, this is tense. You want to make sure you make it this amazing. You got to show them how much you love them. You got to be thoughtful. They said something 6 months ago. I remember. That's the gift. And with time, that all starts to fade. I've watched couples older than me for a long time. I used to work at a restaurant, and while I was there for a little while, I was the bar back. So I wasn't the bartender, but I went and got ice. I went and just helped prep and stuff like that. And back when I was the bar back, I'd see all these couples that had been together 10, 20, 30 years, right? And it was amazing how little Valentine's Day meant to so many of them. Like at all. I don't know what year it is, but apparently there just comes a year in your relationship where you look at each other and go, are you tired? Me too. We could do nothing. We could do nothing. Those first 3 years, you don't even suggest it. Those first 3 years, no matter how tired you are, you're like, no, we have to go to this restaurant. We have to go to this restaurant and have a good time and spend all this money for everybody on Instagram. Because I love going to a restaurant on Valentine's Day and just listening. Like one of those restaurants that's got a Valentine's Day tasting menu, so you know it's all couples in there, and just sit there, take the AirPods out, and just be a witness, you know? Because those are the funniest fights. Y'all are already there. Y'all are eating. Y'all are cutting food, cutting food. You can tell from the way that they're cutting the steak, this is not a good night. Just, you're supposed to cut it with the knife, not the fork. I love a good quiet fight. Yeah. I love when they lean in and they're like, not here. One of the couples that cracked me up the most when I was a bar back was this couple. They had been together like 30 years. And you ever meet people who are a perfect mismatch? Like, I don't know why they were together, because all they ever did was fight, but they loved it. They loved fighting with each other. They found their worst enemy and they married them. Like, it was incredible. They clearly were having fun fighting. They'd be laughing while they were fighting, just laughing at how bad the other one was getting. They would go tit for tat. It was beautiful to watch. I was like, this is real love. And one time he told me the story. He was an older fellow, and he told me the story about how mad she got one Valentine's Day. They had been together for 8 years, and he didn't do anything for Valentine's Day. She was very upset, very mad at him. And you know, he's older than me. He's got more experience, more life experience. But I was like, I mean, bro, you didn't do anything. Like, I mean, I think she might be entitled to be mad. You know? And he was like, no, she doesn't get to be mad. All right? She doesn't get to be mad because 3 days before Valentine's Day, I gave her my kidney. How am I going to give you my kidney and then you still want something? You want kidney and chocolate? You're not getting it. Kidney and chocolate is not happening, all right? You get one or the other. I bet you want one more. I remember the first time he told me that story, I was floored. I was like, yeah, it does seem unreasonable. You know, you waking up stitched up and everything. And she's like, well. Nah, it does feel crazy. A whole kidney too, man. And y'all in love, y'all are donor match. It's hard to not do it. You kind of have to. You know, I want to be with you forever. And he used to love to tell that story. He would basically tell that story every Valentine's Day that I worked there. He would tell that story because he thought it was so funny to make her mad all over again about how he didn't do anything. Because then she would kind of get mad all over again, and we're like she would get madder because she knew he was only telling us because we would be on his side because he gave the kidney, which is a pretty big deal. And finally, there was 1 year I noticed that I didn't see them. Ooh. Right, and I just thought about them. Like I didn't have their numbers or anything, and we were just talking, passing and stuff. And the next year came around, and they came in, and I was happy to see them again because I only get to talk to them when they're there, and they're always very entertaining. And he started in again. He started in on a story of how, Valentine's Day gave him kidney. And then she was like, well, I don't want to hear about that kidney stuff anymore. Because last year, smiling, she says, this last year, he got in a car accident. He got in a car accident. And guess who needed blood? And then I watched them argue for 45 minutes. For a good portion of my shift, I watched them argue about the merits of blood over kidney. It's like, I don't want to hear about that kidney, boy. I gave you so much blood. You full of my blood now. I've been watching the Winter Olympics, and wow, this one's been a mess. I don't even know how many medals we have, to be honest. Like, I haven't been following that at all. I've just been following the catastrophes. Like this dude, okay, there was this athlete, he won bronze. He wins bronze, he walks up to the first camera ready to talk to him. And they're like, how do you feel about your win, right? And he's like, hey, this is something I gotta say. 6 months ago, I met the love of my life. And because I didn't know where it was going, I was sure this dude was about to propose. I was puzzled. I thought this dude was about to propose, which already seemed like a bad idea. I'm like, I don't think she here. Like, if you taking an interview on the course, unless she's behind the cameraman, I don't know if this is a good idea, bro. And it's like 6 months ago, I met the love of my life. And 3 months ago, I made the biggest mistake of my life. It's like, all right, what does this have to do with athletics? Okay, tell me more. I made the biggest mistake of my life, and I cheated on her. And I was like, oh, that's why she's not there, okay. This is making sense now. And I cheated on her, and I told her last week, and this has been one of the worst weeks of my life. She broke up with me. I've been racked with guilt. And look, I know he wasn't done with the speech yet, but in my head, I was like, oh, I wish I could have talked to him ahead of time because a couple pointers. the fact that he's like, I told her last week and I've been racked with guilt for a week. I'm like, ooh, okay. That does make it sound like you didn't mind the other 2 months. And he's like, I don't even know what this is gonna accomplish. And in my head, I was like, nothing. But I was trying not to interrupt him in my head and just listen to the whole thing. He's like, I don't know what this is gonna accomplish, but I just hope. And he started crying. And I was like, oh, okay. Look. Listen. As men, we should cry more. We should be able to cry openly. But when you did something bad and I don't know you and you're telling me you did something bad as a first impression and you start crying, it does not make me feel anything for you. Imagine. Imagine if you're meeting someone for the first time. You don't know each other at all, haven't exchanged names or anything, and the first thing they say to you when you meet them is, I didn't want to hurt him. Yeah, it's like, oh, get away from me. Get away from me. Uh-oh, all right, you about to make me pray. I will rebuke you in your face. No. And then, he's like, thanks so much. Pretty sure he walked away without answering the question. And then I saw news reports of it when they were like, the bronze was won by the biathlete who then went on to proclaim his love for his girlfriend that he cheated on. And I heard that and I was like, why does it matter that he's bi? Doesn't really seem like part of the story. And then I did the mildest amount of Googling and found out that there is something called the biathlon. That's my bad. And he had asked a question about it later at an official press conference, and they were like, what was that? What was that at all? Because that, I mean, yeah. Did she call? And he was like, no, I haven't heard back. I don't even know if she's seen it. And in my head, I'm like, bruh, she saw it. There's no way. This is... I don't know if she saw it. I just, basically embarrassed her on a world stage. So I have no idea if she saw it yet. And then he's like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just blew up my whole career. And I was like, maybe? And then in the Olympic Village, it happened again. It happened again. They don't learn from anything. It happened again to the Olympics again. In the Olympic Village, they done ran out of condoms. I don't even know who's at fault anymore. I really don't. They had thousands. I don't know who's at fault anymore. If it's the, International Olympic Committee, or if it's the athletes. At a certain point, I think you're eating them. There's no way. Yo, there's no way. What a dumb scandal to have. And then you let the athletes tell it, and they sound so... When they've talked to the reporters, I understand that a lot of what is being said is being translated into English. I get that. I understand. But you have to understand that in any language, some of the word choice is sounding very desperate. It's like... people have been quoted like, we don't know what to do. There are people. There are people quoted sound devastated, you know? We don't know what to do. That's amazing. It's brought us to a screeching halt. These are, man, they're incredible. And it makes me wonder, like, when? Aren't y'all tired? You know, I try to give respect to every Olympic event that takes place because it's something that I don't do at a world-class level. But at the same time, y'all clearly got a lot of energy afterwards. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm starting to think that skiing is just like falling right. Like, if you could just fall forward standing up just right, maybe it's not as exhausting as I thought. Because I've been watching the Winter Olympics. I saw that cross-country skiing. Why? That cross-country skiing looks like one of the hardest things. That looks like what they should make you do if you go to jail. Like that cross-country skiing just seems crazy. It seems like it'd be faster to run. Like, why? I'd be so mad if somebody took me cross-country skiing. I'd be furious if somebody took me cross-country skiing. I've already never been skiing, right? But if somebody took me cross-country skiing, especially before I knew what it meant, because I found out this year. Because I'm assuming every skiing competition is just like a varied amount of like, whoa. You know what I mean? Like even sometimes they got bent sticks, sometimes they got straight sticks. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Sometimes no. That's already scary enough. When I see them flying down a mountain, I'm like, that's something that I think I'm good. You never want to say never, and you never want to say I can't, but I can't never do that. That is for them specifically. Everyone who wants to do it. Because when they fall, the snow doesn't even look soft. It looks like they fell on a bunch of white rocks. And so if someone took me skiing, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna go cross-country skiing. I'm like, wow, the mountain's that big? And then, thank you. Just one friend caught it. But then, in my head, it's like, okay, whether it's a bunny slope or it's like the black diamond thing or a ruby, I don't know what they do. There's a certain amount of like slope, and then if you fall, it's a certain amount of pain and injuries. I think if you fall at the end, you fall fast, but it's only one fall. If you fall early, you're gonna be falling for a while. I've watched people, cause look, I've done shows out in like ski resort areas before. So in the distance, I've seen people fall, and wow, the beautiful dust clouds people make as they fall down. The skiing, the only thing that when you fall, you look like Tom and Jerry. You look like, I don't even see you, but I assume it hurts. Wow, just bust. And so if somebody took me, I'd be like, okay, all right, you're gonna have to get over a little bit of your fear of heights. You're gonna have to get over a little bit of that fear of maybe going a little too fast. You're gonna have to work on your angles, you know, being agile and everything. And then I show up and I'm like, all right, I'm ready. Start me on something a little slow first, so that way I can... And then They tell me, oh, no, you don't have to worry about any of that. No, we're going up. Do you know how offended I would be if someone took me skiing to come work? That's... Because then you watch this guy, the dude who, one of the winners I was watching, and he was doing 6-minute miles. 6 minutes it took him to clear a mile with skis on that he didn't need. Skis that shouldn't be on his feet, 6 minutes. You might as well have just made him hold a cinder block and run as far as he could, as fast as he can. Oh, some of these sports are insane. Like I always thought I liked the bobsled because of Cool Runnings. Every Winter Olympics, I tell myself I'm a watch the bobsledding and I'm a root for everybody black. And it's not until you see a bobsledding accident where you're like, oh yeah, maybe nobody should be doing this. Maybe you might as well be in a gun if you were gonna bobsled down. I knew they were going fast because they go so fast past the camera, but it's not until I don't know if y'all saw that one accident where one dude was fully in, and then the other teammates were running, and then one of them, and then his foot went up and he flew backwards, and then the other dude, I think he got dragged for a second. And I was like, nah, I'm good. Even the curling. The curling this year has been phenomenal. I didn't know I would root for curling this hard. See the American curlers, they're doing crazy things. I didn't know that I could get so obsessed with the technique, which I know nothing about. But there's just, once you're in it, once you feel like you're immersed in the sport, you don't need to know the rules to get very upset. They had that moment because you see them, right? You see them, they're over here pushing the thing. Then they start yelling instructions. They're like, curl, curl, curl. And look, I still don't know what that means, but I'm assuming he means sweep, sweep, clean it up, clean it up. Could never let me on the team. I'd be yelling all types of just ignorant stuff it's dusty, it's dusty. Polish, polish. And when you see them knock 2 of the stones out and keep their stone in, I lose my mind. I lose my mind every time. I thought I didn't care about this sport. I thought I liked it and I'd watch it a little bit if it was on, but then, when Canada and Sweden got into it, some of y'all don't know about this. Okay, so Canada. Now, once again, I don't know the rules. I don't know the rules at all, so I don't even know if anything bad happened. But Sweden accused Canada of cheating to their face. And then this Canadian dude, he had the rock and he was over here. And apparently when you let go, you're supposed to let go. Nothing else supposed to happen, but he went. It's looks like he did a little pluck, Just give it a little extra. And this dude from Sweden, he's like, oh, okay, I guess that's what we do. I guess we're allowed to touch the rock after we push it and everything. And then this dude from Canada had way more bass in his voice than I'm used to. This dude from Canada was like, who?
Who, me?
Lost it. Started cursing at this dude. I was like, man, you would never thought Canada and Sweden. Canada and Sweden ready to go to war over curling. Oh. I think it's phenomenal. I've been watching it, and I like to guess if it's a good throw or not. Because some of them let go, and as soon as they let go, I'm like,
No, you done ruined it. Ooh.
And they'll be sweeping. How do their arms not get tired? Those forearms must be on fire. I had a friend who started curling just for fun with his friends, and I was like, man, I know he must be trash at it. I knew he had to be bad. I didn't even see him play, but I knew he was terrible because his apartment was so dirty. I was like, you're not even getting the practice in that you should be. This is the easiest practice. And there's some right there. There's some dust right there. You're not in love with the game. That's your problem. In the ski jump, I'll be honest with you, I didn't know how ski jumping even worked. Anytime I watch skiing, I'm in awe. I'm like, all right, that's far to fall. But the ski jump specifically, because that one, you're going down the hill as fast as possible, and then you shoot off. You shoot off. You just explode forward into the air. It's the one, if you don't know what the ski jump, it's the one where they're like on it, but then they do this. And they do it for so long. In my head, there's no way they're not screaming. Yeah. There's no way you don't do the ski jump and the whole time. And this team from Norway was disqualified. Like, even the equipment people were disqualified because they tried to cheat. Basically, what they did was they added a couple extra stitches to the crotch. I didn't think that was a big deal. But that's because I don't really know physics. Apparently, the ski jump is all about lift and drag and all this other stuff that I probably should have paid attention to my sophomore year in high school. But basically, by adding a couple extra stitches and a little extra room in the crotch, when they expand, they become an even better flying squirrel, you know? Because the crotch is sort of center of mass. It wouldn't help to put extra fabric on like the shoulders. The crotch is really where it's at. And so as they're flying, they hope to like create a little bit of a parachute, like a little extra parachute by adding stitches to the crotch. Because they said that even adding like a couple of centimeters could translate with all that speed and with all that extra lift, and with that much of a difference in drag, a couple of centimeters could end up being like 10 feet. Ooh. I know. I know. I was blown away. In my head, I was like, why don't they just like eat more, then cut weight right before the event, lose a couple pounds of water weight, and then you got a whole bag. Even the opening of the games was wild. Because the opening of the games, when J.D. Vance got booed. That was man. That was hilarious. Because here's the thing. I can tell you as someone who's been on stage that initially when you're getting booed, it's very hard to distinguish boo from woo. Initially, I heard the W, but then y'all gotta understand the rest was noise. And so I'm sure, JD Vance showing up and then they wooed for the people from the U.S., right? They wooed for the people from the U.S. representing the United States. And I don't know who was upset. I don't know why they did it, but they decided to throw JD up on the screen. You gotta understand, JD wasn't walking out with them. He was just there. And then someone threw up on the screen. And not since the Coldplay Kiss Cam have people been this upset. People were mid-woo. They were mid-woo for the people from the U.S. All these athletes, woo, ooh, yeah, Aaron Jackson, get it, yeah, woo. As soon as they saw JD, like, woo. Because you gotta understand, there's also no elegant boo. There's never a boo that, like, it gets the point across. There's never a boo where you're like, boo, boo. No, every boo I've ever heard of, every boo I've ever heard just sounds a little exhausted at the end. Because woo, you now want to stop so that you can enjoy the thing you were wooing. Woo! Woo! Boo, you don't even know what you want to have happen next. Because once again, JD did not walk out with them. Somebody threw him on the screen. Then he was looking up at the screen, and people. I love the way a boo is, because boo usually is, you just run out of breath. Woo is with love. Boo is with so much, hey, you didn't account for how much air you needed in your lungs to start the boo. So when you woo, that's why some of them are short and they still get the point across. Like, woo, yeah. Wow. Wow. Boo. 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 And then they interviewed JD afterwards about being booed, which I was like, come on now. Booing somebody is bad enough, but interviewing somebody who you're only interviewing them from being booed. He didn't do anything athletic. He didn't. They're just interviewing him because he got booed, which I didn't know was worthy of an interview. I feel like everybody said everything they needed to say. We saw him get booed. Imagine the reporter that's like, I gotta get the scoop. Like, this dude got booed. We know what happened. There's no more investigating you need to. They ask him like how it felt to be booed or what his reaction was or anything. It's like, man. That would be like if the school newspaper was like, why you going to the dance by yourself? No. Interviewing somebody that just got booed is up there with like when Joe Rogan used to interview fighters who had just been knocked out. It was like Joe Rogan rolled right up to him. How did that make you feel? And they're over here. I can't wait for the fight to start, Joe. Let me at him. No, they interviewed JD. JD was like, well, you know, it's the Olympic Games. It shouldn't be a place for politics. You know, they should focus on their country and making their country great at everything. And I was like, man, you're not good on the fly. Like you can tell it's really bothered you. You know, you seem shook. You know? No, it's just funny because it's like, it's the Olympics. It shouldn't be a place for politics. I'm like, it sounds like it's not a place for you. Like, politics aside, the world is there. Look, I haven't always done well on stage. You know, I've had some bad reactions before. I've never been booed by the world. That's great. I've never gathered people together from all parts of the world and heard a resounding boo. Boo. That was crazy. Cause then you stand there, you JD Vance, and you can't even. You can't go anywhere. If you leave, they'll woo. Like you have to.
Logan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right, man. How are you?
I'm doing okay. So we were in Arizona.
Couldn't tell if that was a long Zoom lag or you had to really think if you were okay.
No, I'm fine. It's all fine. We were in Arizona doing some shows, and
yes, we were.
I get back to New York, and I'm just so thankful to be back. I was in LA for 2 weeks, which was a little too long. Like it was just long enough.
It's a long time to be away from where you live.
Yeah. It was just long enough that I started to really miss, home and my bed and all stuff like that. I feel like there's a level when it comes to travel, at least.
Mm-hmm.
There needs to be some shared language now with like what's actually bad and what's not. Do you understand what I mean? Like, I've taken buses,
you
I've
have
taken
me with
planes, I've taken trains.
Right, yeah.
But just the chaos we're living in, because people don't have like a shared understanding of what's gross and what's not, and like what's okay.
I think it even goes deeper than that, because not only do people not share that language, but I haven't had a single airport handle security the same way anymore. It's like there's no shared language even on like the basic rules anymore, let alone the unspoken social mores. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I think it goes even deeper, because we don't even have a foundation. There's not even a ground floor for us to build upon.
We're not even a country anymore. Okay?
You know? But it's not just us. It's like the world is so connected now too, but we don't have a rule.
Yeah.
Can you take your shoes off on a plane?
There was a guy on a train that I had to tell myself that this man was deranged, just so that I could live with the life I was currently living with him in it. Because this man had his shoes and his socks off, getting like fully comfortable on the seat across, because it was one of those Amtrak trains where you know how there's your two seats, but then there's two seats facing you.
Yeah.
He had his feet up on the other seats, chilling like he was at home.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even about to sit there. But the fact that loose feet were just out, I couldn't stand it. And you know what's crazy?
Loose feet running around all willy-nilly.
What's crazy, what makes me crazy, I understand this makes me crazy. If this man had walked on with sandals and he did that, I still wouldn't be happy about it. But the fact that there's been shoe heat and sock heat that's now been pressed up on this foot, and who knows if this is an athlete's foot or not, and now you're putting the foot in the seat.
No, that's true. That's true, because that's a different foot than a flip-flop foot.
Mm-hmm.
That's different types of stank. You know, there's a lot more process to getting comfortable. It's also the boldness of it, because shoes and socks, that takes more comfort.
Yeah.
What's that?
That was, okay, so I am coming to you from my office. I'll let the listeners know so that they don't think that I'm in a detention center. So basically, I'm in my office, so there's going to be a lot of white wall. There's going to be some desk.
Big yawn.
There's maybe going to be a little bit of small TV action in the background for the people who watch the full clips on YouTube. But there's also going to be some announcements. Every now and again, you're going to hear a muffled announcement like we're on the train.
Oh, okay. That's what for a second, I thought you just had something playing on your phone, but you were staring dead at me. I'm like, this is some sort of...
Yeah. I wish I had
this is a move. I'm like, why is he trying to fuck with me while I'm...
Yeah, I almost wish I was the level of unhinged to be looking right at you and to also be like playing something.
Just playing some sort of YouTube clip and just staring at me.
Yeah, like looking at you and not paying attention.
Yeah, that is attentively telling someone you don't care.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost counterintuitive, but it also makes it more insulting.
Yeah.
That you're really taking the time to look at me and go, I don't care what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's like the mobsters in movies where you're like, oh, that's the truly insane person is doing something like that. That's
somebody with hate in their heart.
Yeah.
That just truly does not register that you're a human to your face.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you today.
Yeah. Sure.
It's okay. I'm trying to figure out how to word the question. Have you seen...
It's a very pensive episode.
Yeah. Have you seen or noticed a time where there was just some like wild comeuppance in the moment? I know we've talked about that concert, like the guy at the mosh pit that you went to.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm wondering if, since we've had that conversation, because that was over a year ago, I'm wondering if there have been any more times that you've seen like immediate and swift comeuppance in real time.
I guess not really. I mean,
no. I
mean, seeing someone like crash their car. It was like, yeah, you should have been looking. That's immediate comeuppance.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That's...
I mean...
Yeah, no, that's wild. That's very wild.
People who get bit by dogs. There's plenty of cause and effect.
Yeah, I just mean like if there's anything.
I'm kidding. No, that was such a specific question. There's no way I was going to think of an example. I don't think his story's the way you do. I don't have that like Rolodex.
No, fair enough. But I'm also just sitting
I gotta take a second.
Them.
No, I know, but I gotta like comb through old boxes. Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, hey, Josh, have you ever had an apple? And I'm like, man, this one time this guy tried to stab me.
Oh yeah, no, you do that shit to me all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember there was this one time where this kid, I don't even know why I didn't like this kid, but I was like, it was in the summer, had to be in the 8th grade or the 9th grade or something, and there was this kid who I had to swim with because I was learning to swim. I was in the beginner class, but there was like an advanced beginner that I should have been doing in this swim lesson. But because I didn't say anything, have I told you about this before? Because I didn't say anything,
I was just chuckling at.
thought
I was chuckling at advanced beginner.
Oh,
like that's
well, no, literally,
this full ass oxymoron.
This is what happened. This is what's so annoying.
Yeah.
So there was just swimming lessons that my mom took me to, and I had some swimming lessons years ago, but hadn't been in a pool since. And so I was a beginner still in my mind because I was like, hey, if I'm still this nervous to get in the water, I'm not an advanced swimmer, you know? And so then I get in the water, and at first the teacher's like going over the rules in the pool and everything, just like watch out for each other, don't kick each other, like no, dunking each other, like just everyone was getting this lesson. Then she was like, okay, the kids who can swim this much come with me. The kids who like can't swim at all go over there. And so in my mind, I'm a kid who can't swim at all, And so I go over to the other direction. And then when I get over there, it's just a bunch of tiny kids. So it's me, this like 14-year-old, and then all of these like itty bitty babies getting swim lessons.
Now be honest though, how much bigger were you than them really?
They were like 4.
Oh, okay.
They were like 4 and 5. And I'm like 14.
Right.
And so the lesson starts and they're like, we're just going to blow bubbles under the water. And in my head, I'm like, I've done all this. Like, what is this? This doesn't make any sense. And the other kids were like doing like half laps on the other side of the pool, but we're like going under the water just a little bit and blowing bubbles. And like, it felt like I was in a Lamaze class and I was the baby. Like it was so embarrassing. And I didn't have the wherewithal to quit the lesson or to leave the teacher. Because the teacher's acting like I need to be over there. And then we do the whole lesson. And then there's this one kid who I guess I'm definitely the odd kid out. I'm the only one over here as old as I am. And this one kid who shouldn't be over here either because he's like 5 or so, but he's like swimming in place. And so I'm like, who's going to get this kid? This is insane, right? Like, this kid's like a little mermaid. And then he looks at me as I'm like doing whatever little kick exercise we're supposed to be doing. Because how they have you, when you're getting a swim lesson, they'll also have you grab the edge of the pool and do some kicks and stuff, like to learn how to push yourself and everything. And I'm pushing, and this other kid next to me, the little like 5-year-old kid, is also pushing. And he just looks at me and he goes, "So what's wrong with you?" And from that moment, I was like, okay, I have an enemy. Like I have a mortal enemy. I don't want anything good for this kid.
I'm about to be an advanced murderer.
Because I was like,
wow.
What? And then he repeated it. He was like, "What's wrong with you?"
What's wrong with you?
And I was like,
so what's wrong with you?
I was like, what? And I'm like, what do you mean? And this is as I'm kicking. And he's like, you're like a grown-up kid. And I'm kicking next to him like, there's no grown-up kid. Like, if you're a kid, you're a kid.
Hey, now if they're going to be advanced beginners, I think there can be grown-up kids.
Yeah, right. And so...
Sorry, I'm just having fun with all the oxymorons today.
So then he's like, why aren't you over there? And I was like, because I can't swim like they can. Like this little kid doesn't understand the concept of like, I just don't know as much as they know. I know more than the class. Like I should have been in middle beginner because the marquee, like the thing that you buy when you go to this swim lesson says beginner.
Right.
So already them breaking up the class was kind of wild, you know? So I'm going to what I think is a beginner class. Now, they didn't fully explain what that meant, but I projected my own stuff onto it because in my head, I was like, okay, they're going to take the little bit that I know how to swim and make me able to fully swim. And I won't be able to swim in deep water, but I'll be able to swim the length of the pool without needing to put my foot down to get air. And you know what I mean? Like that thing.
Yeah. The basic goal of all swimming lessons is to get good enough to just not drown should you find yourself in water.
Yeah.
No matter what, that's the the base level is if I find myself in water, I want to be able to not die.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
And so then I'm like kicking next to this kid, and this kid is talking to me, and he clearly gets bored while he's asking me all these questions. So he stops grabbing the edge of the pool and just lets it go, flips over, and is now on his back, sort of like kicking up. Like, so he's just floating on his back and still moving his legs a little bit, but he's just sort of like moving in place. And I'm watching, I'm like, why are you over here?
Moving in place.
Like, this dude is like, he's like swimming like he was born in the water.
Maybe he was. Maybe he was a water birth.
Maybe it was a water birth.
Maybe they come out with a little extra skill.
And so then I asked the kid, because I get a little attitude with the kid because he just keeps asking me why I'm over there. You're like a grown up kid, blah blah blah. I was like, hey, there's no grown up kids, it's just kids. And then finally I was like, why aren't you over there? And then this kid goes, oh, I don't know. And then he goes under the water and goes and swims over with the bigger kids.
Wow. You reminded him that he was a great swimmer.
Yeah.
He in the moment was like, oh, you're right, I'm very good at this. Whee! Here I go. He shoots out of the water like a dolphin.
And he didn't go under the water like, oh, let me get my bearings and then go swim. This kid went backwards like he was in a swim competition. Like he just doubled over in the water and flipped and then started swimming. Like he was a dolphin. I hated this kid so much. And so then the lesson ends. And I can't remember my mom took me there or my aunt took me there. But whoever took me there, I get out of the pool and I'm like, why did they have me with the little kids? Like I knew how to swim more than that. And then she was like, I don't know. I was waiting for you to say something. Like, because they stayed for the lesson. So I can't remember who it was, but they saw the whole thing. It was either my mom or my aunt that took me. But this is like so long ago, I don't remember. But she was like, yeah, I was waiting for you to say something. I was like, when's he going to get tired of this? And then, so then where the pool was like a snow cone cart. So there's a snow cone cart off a little bit ways at that, like near that pool. You still have to walk to it. Okay. And that kid, that 5-year-old, I'm leaving the pool, and he's already swam and then run over and got a snow cone and come back. And he said something like snide to me. I can't remember what it was. And it was so mean that it didn't seem like he was 5. It seemed like only an older kid could have thought of something so mean. But he was.
You got bullied by a kid 10 years younger than you.
But it's not bullying because I was not like.
You kind of sort of got bullied by a 5-year-old in this story.
Just because he was being mean to me doesn't mean I was bullied. By that logic, I've been bullied by a lot of babies. All right, I've picked up a baby before and just immediately started crying, which didn't feel nice.
Criming? What'd you say?
I thought I said crying. What did I say?
I think you said cramming. That's what it sounded like to me.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's okay.
But anyway,
yeah, but he made fun of you, so what's wrong with you? And then he got you again at the snow cone cart.
yeah. So
And you seem still not happy about it. So to me, that's what makes it puts it in the realm
nah,
of getting bullied.
nah. I
bet he's huge now too.
and so I'm walking away, and a kid said something about like what was it? It was like really messed up. It was to the point where I was like, "Oh, you're not 5." He said, "Oh yeah, don't forget your floaties next time," or something. He said something like that was like in that vein of like, "Are you gonna bring a noodle next time?" or like, whatever the thing was, right? And so this kid,
dog, you got bullied. I don't know how to tell you.
Look, fine,
A 5-year-old definitely bullied you. You got big dogged by a 5-year-old.
Fine, whatever. This kid's like, yeah, don't forget your floaty next time. And as he goes,
He lunged at you and you flinched.
no, that's not what happened. And so then, as he said that, he went to take a lick from his snow cone, and the snow cone was such an ice ball that it all just fully moved with his tongue off of the cup and fell on the ground. And I remember I just laughed at him because he was so shocked. He didn't know that could happen. Little man hadn't been around the block a couple times, didn't know how to eat a snow cone like an idiot. You know what I mean? He's good with the liquid water, but what about the frozen water? Little pump. All right. I'm glad gravity told him what time it was. And so anyway, he licked the snow cone. It fell off.
He's such a fucking idiot.
Me? What did I do? In this story, I didn't do anything.
No, but I love you because you talked about like swift comeuppance, but it took so long for him to get comeuppance.
What do you mean so long? What do you mean so long? He said the thing, and then he took a lick, and then his afternoon was ruined.
That was the second thing, though. He'd already bullied you earlier.
But it's swift comeuppance when you do a thing and then a thing happens. You're taking it as if it's the whole entirety of the situation.
You're also just acting like you won, which no, you still got bullied by a 5-year-old.
No, that kid was real upset. That kid's day was ruined. I didn't have to do anything to that kid. That kid licked the snow cone. It fell off the cup, and he was. That's where the 5-year-old kickback is. So he got like too big for his britches because he knew how to swim. But as soon as his snow cone splattered on the ground, he was a kid again, and he was all upset.
Oh God! Excuse me.
What?
I was coughing. So you're saying the snow cone put him in his place? Is what you're trying to say?
100%.
You did nothing. You did nothing and just watched.
I didn't have to do anything.
As your tormentor.
What was I supposed to do?
At a slight inconvenience.
My tormentor. The slight inconvenience. Oh. Hey, this wasn't a neighborhood full of money. That was his only snow cone for the weekend.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. At least you got to feel like a big dog next to you.
Nah.
Even him out.
I was chilling.
Yeah, you sound real chill about it. I was chilling.
I was so happy. Just splattered. He had funny. A bunch of blue all over his legs like an idiot. He looked so stupid. it got on his swim trunks. I don't know. I just laughed at him.
It's also really hard for me to imagine the story just not as you now either. It's really hard. I'm not really imagining a 14-year-old Josh. I'm just imagining you just like ha 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 in this kid's face.
Hey, that kid deserved that. Oh man, that's so funny to me that he like, and you could see on his face he got real upset. Like he didn't even, the bully was gone at that point. Like you want to say he bullied me? Any sort of bullying nature just melted away, and then he was a kid who wanted to cry because his snow cone hit the ground. Oh man. I'm pretty sure it was the first lick too. That's what makes it even more hilarious.
That's embarrassing.
The fact that it's like he was about to enjoy a snow cone and then he went. Bruh.
That's the little kid equivalent of like losing your job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That first lick and then your thing falls. You're kind of like, what do I do with my life now?
Look, that and that snow cone place, by the way, that snow cone place
burned down.
I wish it burned down. Okay.
Every bully got taken to task.
This snow cone place was so bad. This is the worst snow cone place like ever. Anybody who went to school, I don't know if listeners from my hometown like would listen to the show or anything, but if you went to Peabody High School, you probably passed the snow cone stand, this little like cart every day to get to school because it was just out there. It would be out there the whole year, and they would really only open up for the hot days and months. So obviously it was open all summer. It would open beginning in spring, and then it would open if it was like, let's say a heat wave was coming, right? Like it was going to be a particularly warm day. Even if it was October, but it was going to be hot for some reason, that snow cone place would open. So anyway,
see, I like that. Other places don't do that. They're just closed for
they'll
from
like
this date on.
This I still don't know the person who worked this stand for real. Like I don't know if the owner was actually the person working it or if they just owned it and had friends, pop in and work it, because they were never really nasty. You know what I mean? So you know how a place like that where you have to bring all these syrups and all of these like different like sugary things, they should be attracting fruit flies, especially if you're leaving it. And they never did. You never see like fruit flies or flies or any of that stuff in that snow. So they kept it clean, but they had the worst ingredients that you could ever imagine. The main ingredient is just ice. But I gave that place 3 chances. Right? So there was one time where I'm pretty sure they had dirty ice because my snow cone tastes off. Like I don't even know how to describe it. It just was not good, Mm-hmm. And so then I didn't go there for a while. I didn't ask for a snow cone for a while. And like my mom knows. My aunt even knows how much I love snow cones. It's just one of those treats that's cheap and it's just sugar water, but it's dazzling to look at and it's nice on a hot day. I'm just saying, right? So this
was a nice little snow cone soliloquy you had there.
Yeah, snow cones will brighten your day. It's hard. I'll even say this. Wow. I'll throw this out there. I have no data to back me up, but I'm almost positive that the weeks where the snow cone stand was open, there were less shootings. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I just couldn't hear the shots because I was enjoying my snow cone so much. Or maybe other people in the neighborhood were enjoying snow cones and they were like, hey, this really isn't the day for foolishness. All right.
Yeah. Can I just say that we've known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
And we've been doing this show for a while. This is our 111th episode.
Yeah.
And I think in the time we've done this, I've never seen you light up as much as you did just now talking about snow cones.
Hey.
You had a lightness in your face I have not seen.
Dude, snow cones are...
since before we had career worries.
Snow cones
like, that
are
was you.
something else, man. Snow cones are...
Look at that fucking smile. Look at that smile. I don't know if I've seen you smile like that in a while.
Dude,
I'm just thinking of the beauty of snow cones.
Because snow cones also aren't something... You really have to either go out and seek them directly or happen upon them. Even if my mom was out and she wanted to get me a treat, she couldn't bring me back a snow cone. It's not happening. That thing's gonna be melted by the time she gets home.
Yeah, they don't transport well.
You know? And then, oddly enough, once it's melted, and even if you try to freeze it and then have it later, it's still not quite the same because it doesn't get that crushed ice effect. Now all the ice is one ice block.
It becomes one block of ice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it's a different thing.
So snow cones are a moment in time.
So part what you like about... So that's what I was going to say. What you like about them is that they're so temporary.
Yeah.
It's a moment.
And apparently they temper down gang violence. Like... No one's like, oh, you got a red snow cone? I got a blue snow cone. Pop, pop, pop. That never happens. You know?
Or they'll be like, let's get to this in a couple seconds. Finish our snow cones first.
Yeah. So anyway.
I've never known of your love of snow cones.
It really hasn't come
when was
up
the last time you
because they're not in Chicago like that.
That's true. You don't have snow cones around as much. We have them around here in Iowa. We used to have our own snow cone maker. It was just a little plastic thing, but you put ice in it and then you just crush it, and it would come out as like a crushed ice thing, and it came with or crushed ice thing, excuse me, and then it came with a bunch of syrups and stuff too. So we were living that snow cone life for a little while.
Wow.
What?
I didn't know that about you. That's wild that you had a snow cone maker in your life and you didn't share it with me till now.
Share it with you?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have it with me.
No, I'm just saying you didn't share the story with me until now, but we've known each other for a long time. That's wild.
Yeah,
it's like if someone told me they used to have their own like go-kart track. And they said it nonchalantly. I'm like, what?
That's nowhere on the same level. Snow cone makers aren't like a lavish thing. Because I remember there was a trend in like the late 90s, early 2000s where there was a bunch of like home little snow cone
I remember
things. They were just ice chippers is all they were. Yeah.
Hey, I know. But some of us couldn't afford those ice chippers, so we just watched that commercial longingly. I'd watch because it was white kids in the homemade commercial. So then I watch it and be like, oh no, damn, another day without a snow cone.
But I think like this area got into that trend a little bit. I don't know. We like snow cones around here.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's an Iowa thing. I don't know, but they tend to be at most the activities.
Yeah. That's fair.
I love when they'd sell snow cones like during like a football game. Mm-hmm. So people are getting snow cones and it's like fucking 45 degrees.
Yeah. I love them so much.
Midwest stuff.
I've definitely eaten a snow cone with gloves on before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's how much I love them.
It's interesting because they're a summer treat, but then you'll see people who like make them out of snow. Like they'll like have like an actual like ice thing.
Yeah,
and just kind of make it, but it's in the winter. It's weird that's the one like all season treat. Have we talked about for snow cones too long? I think we've maybe talked about snow cones.
Yeah, I'll get to the second one. So the second time that place did me dirty was I got a.
I forgot we were talking about the place that wasn't good, but it didn't have bugs, so that made it okay.
Yeah, so I went there specifically as a child. I'm like really young at this point still. And I'm like, hey, everybody deserves a second chance. Especially when they're trying to spread joy in the world like this place is.
Right.
You know? So let me give them another shot. And I remember I got something that was like called a blue tsunami. It had blue in the name. So obviously the snow cone's going to be blue. It was so blue that my tongue and my teeth were blue. I don't even think they put, this is what I think happened. I think that these people made a mistake and didn't know what to do. So they had, the blue food coloring that they'll be part of the syrup. I think they just straight up put dye into the snow cone because my teeth, my tongue, everything in my mouth was blue for about 2.5 days. It was so bad that my mom got she made me use like Listerine, and the Listerine was coming out blue. Like this purple
coming out bluer.
No, this purple Listerine was coming out blue, right?
Oh, the purple Listerine.
So she was trying to get me to like maybe wash my mouth out or just something. And I remember I did it about 3 times, which to a kid is just death. Like when you're little, because you already hate the pain of mouthwash because you don't get why it's necessary.
Like, I've been doing this all day.
Yeah, it stripped the pain out of my mouth. It got the varnish right off of my tongue. My taste buds got a bald fade, all right? My tongue couldn't feel anything. And so then, and the snow cone was also bad. Like it didn't taste good. So I didn't finish it. Right. So my mouth was that blue without me finishing it, which is crazy.
Jeez.
And then I remember,
if you would got to the syrup at the bottom, then
yay. If I went to the syrup at the bottom, I think I'd be in Blue Man Group.
Stupid.
I think that's what happened to everybody in that group. They had that snow cone and they just kept going. And before you know it, you can't talk. All you know how to do is drum. I'm telling you, man, it could happen. It could happen. Warn your kids. Protect your children. It's blue out here.
Don't let your child become a blue man.
Don't let your kid become a blue man. That's negligence. All right.
It's like a documentary, like a daytime show with parents of blue men.
Yeah.
Like they stopped talking to us.
They stopped talking to us. They just kept getting these snow cones, and before you knew it, I don't even know if he has feelings anymore.
They just like banging tubes together and shit, and I don't know how to relate to him anymore.
No one bought him the black sweater. He was just in it one day.
Just had it. Keeps pointing at me like this. Just keeps doing it.
And so it was so blue that I straight up, and this may be TMI for our listeners who are used to a bit more of a timid show, but I pissed blue.
I was hoping it was going to be that you pissed. But did you actually piss blue?
Dude, it wasn't like blue like Avatar, like how I'm sure that they piss, but it was like... It was a hue. It was a hue of blue.
I like assuming that the Na'vi from Avatar pissed blue.
Why wouldn't they?
Why would they?
Wouldn't it be weirder if they didn't? Everything is blue. That's a normal color for them. Blue looks completely regular to them.
Right, but I'm just saying it's rare that...
I would hope it's not a contrasting color. Anyway, the third time this place did me dirty.
Anyway. This is a Buck Wild Snow Cone episode.
The third time that this place did me dirty, they had started trying to sell popcorn chicken. Okay?
Okay.
So, in my head, I'm like...
What if we try hot food?
Yeah, what if we try hot food after we've poisoned all the kids with dye?
No one wants our cold anymore. Let's make hot.
Yeah.
That's the pivot for the business.
I don't know how they stayed open because there was this one dude that did a lot of drugs that would always get a snow cone from them. And there was a point in my very young life where I didn't fully understand what drugs were.
That man's addicted to snow cones.
I genuinely thought this man was addicted to snow cones because I would see him in other parts of the neighborhood acting wild. And he's like clearly on crack, right? So dude clearly is like a full on crack addict. But he would be acting weird, but then I'd always see him seem so normal when he would go get his snow cone. Now, what I didn't know is clearly this man liked to enjoy a snow cone with his crack. Okay? That's what was happening. Because I would see him later and he'd be all wild, but he was normal before, but I didn't understand what drugs were.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, listen, they go together like America and apple pie. Snow cone and crack.
Both icy, you know?
Both icy.
One just needs a little bit of heat, you know? And so then I was scared of snow cones for a little while, for maybe like 6 months. I didn't even tell anybody. But you know how you get those misconceptions when you're a kid?
Scared of snow cones.
I really did, because I was like, I've been eating snow cones. I love snow cones. So now in my head, I'm like, is snow cones like, I didn't know what crack was, but I was in my head, essentially, I was like, is snow cones crack? Like, am I going to be out here in the streets stealing from people to get more snow cone? Like, you laughing, but I really thought this for a couple months. I was like, because I would see that dude, and this is after the blue thing happened. And the blue thing was like my scared straight program, because that was me being like, oh, okay, not all, you can't trust every snow cone. You can't trust, like, you need to be careful where you get your snow cones from, because not everybody's a reliable distributor, you know? And then I was in the car with my grandma, and when we saw that guy, and my grandma knew that guy, and my grandma was telling me how smart that guy was when he was younger, when he was like in school and stuff, and how sad it was that he's like, you know, like an addict now, because that's all he does.
And you're like,
now, when
I know, I've seen him.
That's all he does. He had a snow cone in his hand. He was leaving the snow cone stand.
Oh, gotcha.
And so to me, I'm like, she said that's all he does. She didn't say all he does is crack.
Why do you guys let me have these if that's what's going to happen to me?
So then in my mind, I'm like, so is y'all just letting me do this in moderation? Is that why sometimes y'all tell me no when I want a snow cone? Because I remember one time when my mom was taking me to my grandma's house, I asked for a snow cone. But you know how when you're little, you don't think of the logistics of things. So I had asked for the snow cone when we had already passed the place. So she would have had to make a loop around the block and turn around just to get, and she was like, I'm not going to do all that. You should have asked me before, you know, whatever, right? So that was the time I didn't get to have a snow cone. And there was another time where we were about to have dinner. But I'm not putting these reasonings why I can't have snow cones together. All that's happening in my brain is that my grandma is like, hey, that dude, that's all he does. And he used to be really smart and he was going somewhere. And it's so sad what happened to him that, you know, that's all he does now. Yeah. And I'm just seeing the snow cone.
And in your mind, you're like, these snow cones are so blue, they make you insane.
Yeah, clearly, if you have enough blue snow cone, 3 blue snow cones equal 1 crack rock, you know?
That's basic snow cone math right there.
Yeah, because before this whole thing got debunked, like before I found out what drugs were and everything, I did see...
Before it got debunked, like someone came out to prove you wrong, that it was indeed not snow cones, but a very strong drug that was affecting you.
Yeah. So before any of this got debunked, right?
Got debunked.
This guy, I was driving home with my grandma again, and this guy was dancing in the street, clearly high, right? And so I remember what my grandma said about him last time, and he wasn't that far from the snow cone stand. So in my head, I'm like, poor guy, just can't kick it. Because in my mind, I haven't had a snow cone now for a very long time. Because after that blue thing happened, my mom specifically said we were never going to go there again. And so in my mind, I've kicked the habit, you know? Like, I wish he could quit cold turkey like me, you know? And so the third time was because I was like, let me give them one more chance. And they had popcorn chicken. So we get the popcorn chicken, right? And this is like such a mistake.
Listen, their snow cones are bad, and I think they ruin your life. But they've got popcorn chicken now.
No, this is after I realized that snow cones weren't drugs.
Oh, that's right. After it was debunked, I forgot.
Yeah.
That's right. So you realized it was safe to go back.
Yeah, when I realized that, this man is on drugs.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do. He just likes the taste of blue tsunami in his mouth while he's on drugs.
Yeah.
In fact, drugs are probably the only thing that makes the blue tsunami good.
Yeah, he's tasting it in a way I'm not and can never.
Yeah, he doesn't even taste the same color as I do, you know?
He tastes an extra color. That's why they gave him all the extra blue.
Yeah, he's tasting green. And so basically we get the snow cone, we get the popcorn chicken, and I was like, let me just go with something super, super regular. I'm just gonna get a banana flavor because at least if my tongue turns like yellow, that's less noticeable, whatever. Like I'm planning ahead in my head. And then we get the popcorn chicken.
Noticeable, but possibly more medically alarming.
Yeah. If you
have a tongue that won't go back from yellow for a while, that's probably not good.
Yeah. And you get a fever, you dead. All right.
Man, you got tongue jaundice? How'd you manage that?
And so we get the popcorn chicken. And I think it was my aunt and I. But anyway, we take a couple of bites. And we've been fully hoodwinked. We've been like, I don't even know how you do this. I really don't know. It's almost a talent, the level at which they tricked us. There is so little chicken in here. There's almost no chicken. So they gave us just a bunch of balls of breading. Just a bunch of fried balls that are breaded. Mm-hmm. And so we bite into it, and already it's like the breading's not good, so the whole thing's not good. And then the little one I bit into, I was like, where's the chicken? Like, this is crazy. And after I bite into a couple more, I'm like, oh, there's no chicken in here. And instead of banana, they gave me lime. So I'm leaving fully upset.
Yeah, this place doesn't sound reputable.
Yeah, no, it wasn't good.
Not a lot of quality control. I
don't even know if it had a name. We would just call it the snow cone place.
I was about to make up a name for it because I was like, I don't think he said a name.
No, I don't think it had a name.
This sounds like this was some sort of shady government experiment you didn't realize.
Yeah, that actually...
They were testing the effect. Yeah.
That would make more sense than it staying open all those years.
Yeah.
You know? The government, the CIA just opens a snow cone stand in the hood, and they try out new blue on black people.
Yeah, they try that out, and they cover it up by funneling more drugs into it. We got to cover up the snow cone stuff with crack. Otherwise, the snow cone thing looks really weird.
We also have to cover up the snow cone thing with bad popcorn chicken.
Yeah, this is one experiment that just kept getting out of hand.
Yeah.
We need something else than to cover it up.
Yeah, maybe the government is not good at stuff.
Maybe they aren't. I think that's what we've learned here. Mm-hmm. I think that's the main moral.
Yeah. So, because I was initially just trying to talk about the Comeuppance thing, but then it reminded me about the snow cone place.
I know that you got, but I love seeing the snow cone passion. So don't you dare apologize for that.
All right.
That was worthwhile. I felt like not only was it a good fodder for the episode, I feel frankly closer to you as a friend.
Got you. I feel you. Okay. I'm glad.
I know sometimes you'll ask me like, if you have a story about a certain topic, but there are episodes where I gotta just hold on. I gotta just grab on and we go, and we just keep on trucking. Because there were points where I would just break and start laughing there because I'm like, we were talking about trains or something, and now here we are, 20 minutes deep on snow cones.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's an adventure for me.
Mm-hmm.
You got anything else?
Yeah.
Suppose I could talk about my flights too that
I thought about that as I was coming home, where I was like,
yeah,
let me not there were things happening on my flight, but I was like, let me not become this dude that's just like has a podcast about his flights. Because after a while, that's gonna really like wear people down. Like I specifically told you about the majesty of flight because that was so insane. But I don't want to become the guy who's like, and then there was a baby. You know, like I want to be understanding of people's situations and everything. Although I will say one thing that did happen very quick is that, you know, the roller cart with all the snacks and the drinks on it. Guy in the aisle seat, that thing fully ran over his foot and it woke him up, and that was insane to see. Because he was waking up with so much pain that he yelped, and so everybody turned around like, "Damn, is this it? We've had a lot of good flights for the past couple decades. Is this a terrorism?" Yeah, and then. Sure enough, the flight attendant was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you all right?" And he was like, he's also awake now, so he's just looking around. So it probably felt like continuing a nightmare. Because if my man was even having less than great dream, and then he gets awoken by his foot being crushed. Right. Yeah. Because what he did, this is not the flight attendant's fault at all, but what he did was there was no one in the middle seat, and so he had really like splayed himself out with one foot going backwards and the other foot going forward, and him like laying like sideways in the seat. Oh, well, see, then his foot's like just full on. His foot's full on. That's the risk you take. And so that's the risk you take getting comfy. She runs over it, and I'm sure she only got the toes, but still. Right. Yeah. But still, this dude wakes up, and he's waking up to everyone staring at him. But we're staring at him because he screamed. Yes. But if you had a dream that you were like in the Matrix or something, this would not feel like you've woken up. He may also not realize he screamed. And so everyone's looking at him. And he didn't realize he... Anytime I sleep on a plane, when I drift off a little bit, because I don't sleep well on planes, but anytime I do and I feel myself come up, I look around quick, see if anyone's looking at me, because I know I have a tendency to go like when I when I wake up. I'm so scared of screaming myself awake. Really? It's like one of my number one fear. It's sometimes why I try not to sleep on a plane. Because I'm like, why are you? Does that happen to you? Do you scream yourself awake sometimes? I have, yeah. Really? Yeah. If I'm having a bad enough dream and I feel trapped or something, or if you have like the sleep paralysis dream where you feel like you can't move, and then or you get so wrapped up in the story of the dream that something bad enough happens that you scream, I'll scream in real life. And then I'm like, really? Yeah, it's bad. I'm surprised I've never done it when we've been in the hotel room. Well, that's what I was thinking of, because also anytime we've been in the hotel room and like you usually like go out and you're out. Yeah. You know. Yeah. So that's why I'm kind of surprised that you scream yourself awake sometimes. It doesn't happen often, but it has happened enough that I think about it happening with like a genuine fear. Like I remember one time, especially in a flight. I remember one time I was restless. You just be, and I was like, man, I really want to go to sleep right now, but my body's so tense. I feel like I'll scream myself awake. I could feel it. In that moment, I could feel it. Like if I drift off to sleep right now, I'm going to have a stress dream and I'm going to scream myself awake. I just knew it. No, definitely. Yeah. I can only sleep on a plane if I'm on like the the window seat. I can't, if I'm in the middle, I'm going to be awake. I don't like being between people. And I get too conscious about like making sure I'm not like, spreading my legs too far or hogging the armrest. Cuz I know I'm like I'm not like a huge guy, but like I'm kind of a broader shouldered guy, so I want to make sure I'm not like, I don't want to be one of those guys people complain about that have their just like legs fully open and just like taking it over. Because I even had a flight coming down to Phoenix. There was a guy in the middle, and he fell asleep immediately, just and like head down asleep, and then had his legs fully spread apart, so he had his leg against mine, but he was bouncing his leg while he was sleeping, so he was just rubbing his knee against mine, and it was. It was not comfortable, and I kind of gave him some like little nudges back. It didn't register. He was too comfortable, and I was very uncomfortable because I was also the one I'd been sprinting around the airport for, because I went to the wrong gate twice, and I'm a fucking fool.
and then my backpack exploded while I was running. Just everything fell out, and a tall German man just stood over me and was just like, "I think your backpack was open." And I was like, "Yeah." And he just sat there drinking a soda, watching me. And there was a lady who helped me pick up. I was just like, what's your plan here? Why are you here?
I feel like I would do that. I would get to an airport early just to watch people. You know?
You're just watching me.
Get to
well, the joke I made, I talked about on stage, and I said it's a little on the nose to have a German engaging in Schadenfreude, but
yeah,
no one really got the joke because no one knew the word Schadenfreude. I thought it was clever, but
yeah, if you know what Schadenfreude is, it's
if you know what it means, it's a I don't know. So right there, it's a little softball joke.
Yeah.
But should we open up the mailbag?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm excited for this one because, we did a mailbag episode last episode. And we actually got an update on one of them that we actually asked for an update on. The date with the foot fetishist.
Okay, let's go off.
From Anna. This email is called Number 99 Strange Dates Full Disclosure. So we're getting the full story here. So this is from Anna. Hey guys, after you read my email, I was so happy you had a great time laughing since you guys are working hard on entertaining us listeners. Oh, well, thank you. We don't get that sentiment a lot.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Also, I realized that my mail was not only not including my reactions, it was also not complete. Here comes the full disclosure of what took place at the date with the gentleman. That's very
kind.
nice phrasing.
Wow.
It's very kind. It was pre-pandemic, and I apologize for the long email. I have had my fair share of strange dates and miserable relationships, and it has made me a bit picky when it comes to dates and relationships. So when this gentleman asked me out, I asked my coworkers about his character, since he is in the periphery of my line of work, and we met a couple of times due to work. I love their wording.
Yeah.
So much here. They're in the periphery of my line of work.
Yeah.
That's a really nice way of saying I don't fucking know this guy. They vouched for him, so I agreed to a date. We met up outside the restaurant on a Friday after work. I had taken the time to freshen up, change to a new blouse, to my tight black office skirt and open-toe heels. I was looking forward to a nice time and some good food. As we were seated at the table, I noticed that the restaurant was full, and at the table next to us was a family of 3, a mom, dad, and a son around the age of 10. We ordered wine, and the conversation revolved around the usual topics: work, family, and so on. It was about 40 minutes into the date that he brought up his fascination for feet. Mind you, he was... Sorry, I made myself go. Mind you, he wasn't low-key. just be like, oh, I love feet. Yeah. Woo! Can't get enough of them.
That's so funny.
He talked about the shape, size, touch, look, and the smell of feet in a way that was borderline to describing an ice cream. Feet were his kinks. I wasn't shocked, but more surprised that he brought it up less than an hour into the first date. The situation felt awkward and strange, and I laughed out loud thinking this was a joke, and that my coworkers were sat somewhere in the restaurant and were about to jump out and yell pranked, I looked around and noticed the big eyes of the dad next to us and turned my head just in time to see the gentleman sliding off his stool. Sliding off his stool. Oh, no, I lost my place. Sliding off his stool, trying to be discreet. He grabs my feet, pulls off my open-toe heels, takes a good look at my manicured toenails, licks his lips, and sniffs my shoe. It's the licking the lips is very... What happened next seemed to happen in slow motion to me, but only took seconds. As the gentleman sniffed my shoe, I registered something flying through the air, and I looked up from the gross image of the gentleman sniffing my shoe and saw the open mouth of the dad coughing food onto my new blouse that slowly slid down my chest.
Oh.
The mom made a face of disgust as we all heard the gentleman.
What?
Hang on. The mom made a face of disgust as we all heard the gentleman exhale a moan of so good. Oh, I threw up in my mouth. Here I am disgusted, humiliated, and totally focused to not vomit. Deep down, I'm actually starting to get angry. The total disrespect of not asking permission to take my shoe off and sniff it, nevertheless in public. The disrespect to the other guests at the restaurant, too, who had to witness the whole thing. My thoughts swirled around. He is totally crazy. And how to get out of the situation with some dignity left and the irritation of my ruined new blouse. Oh, there's more. Hang on. While the gentleman had ranted about the delight of feet earlier, he forgot two important things he should have asked me. One, whether or not I was ticklish on my feet, and second, what I do in my spare time. You see, I'm very ticklish, and I've been practicing Wing Chun, Kung Fu, for years. As he sniffed my shoe, he loosened the grip around my foot, and his hand softly slid from my heel towards the arch of my foot and tickled it. As a reflex to get him off me, I pulled my feet back and in an upward motion, kicked him in the forehead with a whack.
God.
You left out a lot of stuff in this story from the first time you sent it to us, Anna. The gentleman's upper body flew upwards towards the table, and he hit the top of his head on the table. I realized that there is no way I can end the date with dignity, and that made me even more upset. The disappointment was quite overwhelming, and I had just kicked my date in the forehead, and the feet were already leaving a red mark, just like an open hand slap as a cheek would.
So the thing that I'm stuck on is that because you've been doing Wing Chun, if you want to get out of here with dignity, you just gotta fight everybody in the restaurant. Just start whooping
you have to kick
ass.
Everyone's ass. You have to kick every person's ass in that restaurant.
Yeah. Wow.
As I pull my shoe out of his hand, the server appears out of nowhere with the starters and asks if everything was all right. As I met the server's eyes, I knew I was saved. I put on my shoe, glancing at the gentleman, rubbing his forehead, all confused, leaning one hand on the floor. The server said, "I guess you don't want any starters. Don't worry about the wine glasses, just go now." The glasses had fallen and were broken after the table was headbutted. So she kicked this man's head into the table, which knocked over glasses and they broke.
Yeah.
Wine was dripping from the edge of the table onto my skirt and onto the shoulders of the gentleman. Your outfit got ruined.
Yeah.
Not only your outfit got ruined, this man took your shoes off too. I'm sorry. Your clothes were disrespected on this date, and you've been through a lot. This is a lot. I grabbed my purse, pulled out one of my business cards, and handed it over to the server. Thanked him, and if he wanted to meet for a drink or coffee, he just had to call me. Buck wild twist. That's a turn I was not expecting.
We've been married
in that moment,
for a year.
You know, as I walked off, I heard the gentleman scream, "Ouch, my hand, get off my hand." So I guess the server stepped on his hand. and Anna, get off my hand. Oh, you stepped on his hand. No, there were no more dates with the gentleman or going back to the same restaurant. I have met him a few times due to work, but that is a whole different story. But I did go on dates with the server.
So you were just keen to tell us a quarter of the story.
Again, we need another update now.
Yeah.
Because now you dated the guy who was at the foot fetish date.
I do feel like we're just...
You had to have talked about that.
Yeah, we're just going to end up doing a podcast off of Anna's updates.
Yeah. Yeah, we found our third co-host.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love a series in the mailbag to have an ongoing story. But I'm so happy I found your show on Spotify. I have binged it since I found it in July this year. In most episodes, there is a story that I can relate to or is actually similar to an experience of my own. Well, neither of us come close on this one. Thank you for being you, and I wish you all the best in all you do. Maybe a theme about going to the doctor or dentist, just offering up another phrase as if your story isn't the only thing I'll ever think about again.
Yeah.
Take care and stay cool. Love, Anna. Anna, thank you.
Anna, thank you so much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you all, really. Thank you so much for listening to the Josh Johnson Show. We had a great time recording. I hope you had a great time listening. If you are looking to catch up with us on any of the socials, you can find me at Josh Johnson Comedy on Instagram, Josh Johnson on Twitter, Josh J Comedy on Facebook, and Josh Johnson Comedy on TikTok and YouTube. We're going to be posting clips of the show. And if you're looking for Logan...
Wow, you can follow me on Instagram at Logan M. Nielsen. And if you want to get into our mailbag and just challenge our lives, you can email us,
really
Josh
change
Johnson
our week.
Show. Really just change. Yeah, this whatever week I was going to have is gone now. And it's this week now, whatever this has created. You can send those to joshjohnsonshow@gmail.com. And if you can also leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. We like to read those there too. And you can find bonus content, patreon.com/Josh Johnson Show. We got some bonus podcast stuff. We got deleted clips, lost episodes, bonus videos, access to live shows. And speaking of live shows, we have one coming up. What is it? It's Sunday, September 26th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Did I get all that right off the top of my head?
Let me see. I want to check.
Pretty sure I nailed it with that. I'm pretty sure I nailed it.
It's the 25th if it's Sunday. Yeah.
Fuck.
But you were close.
Damn it.
Sunday.
No, I'm a failure.
September 25th.
I ruined it.
At 6 p.m.
There'll be tickets in the episode bio, and they're really fun. The last several we've had have, I think the last time we talked about the Brave Little Toaster for a while. Watched some videos, so we're never sure what we're going to do when they happen. So you should join us.
You all have a great rest of the day, great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
Go get you a snow cone.
Who would have thought, by the way, who would have thought that it would be this administration, that it would be Biden's White House that brought us apparently the most dangerous dog of all time? If you didn't read the story, basically Biden's dog, named Commander, by the way, that's a Cujo-ass name right there. That Commander, what happened to Skip? Anyway, Biden's dog is on record. They've been keeping a tally for biting people at the White House 24 times. No dog should bite more times than years you expect it to live. 24 is a high number. And I think a lot of people are looking at this the wrong way. I really do. A lot of people are out here being like, I can't believe they letting this dog run amok in the White House. Why can't Biden control his dog? Everything. I think they're looking at it the wrong way. I'll be honest with you, because in my opinion, I'm on Commander's side. I really am, because a lot of these dogs out here, they wear the vest. They wear the vest that says emotional support dog, and they talk about them being the emotional support dogs, but they not really about that life. Every emotional support dog I've ever seen has been very passive. And now we want to punish one for taking action. Commander just got good ears. That's all it is. His ears good as hell. Dogs have great ears. Commander hear everything. He in the White House. He hears people. He hears people on the other side of walls, behind doors, talking shifty behind Biden's back. You know how politics can be? And then they walk out into the hallway. And Commander standing there, looking at him like, call my daddy old again. No, don't back up. Don't back up. No, you was talking all that good shit earlier. What's... Say it again. You know what trips me out about this story? You know what really stresses me out about it? Is that when you read the story, Biden's dog is on record biting 24 times. That's what's recorded, which means there are definitely unrecorded bites. That's just the ones people felt like staying to file something. Some people went to the White House, got bit, and didn't want to stand around to be like, it was him. Ooh. The other thing that really trips me out about this story is that the dog is on record biting 24 times. Never said 24 people. Which means somebody getting bit extra. There's a chance this dog has only bitten 5 people. He bit 4 people once, and then some poor dude named Wallace was just catching it. Nonstop, once a week, he knew. He knew that ass was grass. He knew. I'd like to think. I'm sure that for that many bites, that means that Commander bit somebody in at least one of Joe Biden's Zoom backgrounds. Biden on with the Prime Minister or somewhere, you just see somebody in the background going like, but I think they're looking at it the wrong way. I really do. I'm talking about, why is this dog even in the White House? He bit Secret Service. Just make Commander Secret Service. You know, Secret Service is very predictable. I actually worked at the Tonight Show when Obama visited, and so Secret Service was there. And you see them in action. Look. Big dudes look very Men in Black. They got the shades, they got the earpiece, everything. They're standing next to the door. I'm not gonna lie, that must be like hell when you Secret Service, because anytime you stand next to a door, there are people that are like, is the president behind that door? You know? But yeah, you would see Secret Service stand there, and look, I'm sure they're very good at their job. I'm sure they could kill you any manner of ways. But tell me what's more intimidating. A dude standing there that you might be able to get past, or a random dog. A random dog standing in the hallway that we know bites. It would fix so many different things if they would just let Commander be Secret Service. It really would. You know? Sometimes Biden is giving a speech, and look, please. It's fine. It's me. You don't have to hold back, all right? It's me. I'm your friend. Don't pull back on me. We all know that sometimes Biden is giving a speech and we are like, just get through it. We all know it, you know? It's fine. You don't, look, I'm just stating a fact. All right? Don't pull back on me. I also voted for the man. Fox News is not here right now. We can all be honest. Sometimes, not every time, not every day, but sometimes Biden is giving a speech and it low-key looked like he having side conversations with death. We've all seen it. He is addressing the nation. And then out of nowhere, he'll be like, and he cussing death out too. Like, he really let death have it. Like, you said you wouldn't take me on a Thursday. Why don't you get out my face? I'm trying to... And then he'll turn back to the camera like we didn't see any of that. The man is getting distracted sometimes. It happens. It happens. It happens to all of us, you know? You get distracted. But I think that's why you need commander. Instead, just Secret Service stand behind him being all quiet at everything. You have commander walking in front of the podium. Stalking. Looking for who he likes, who he doesn't like. Commander sees somebody and he's like, "Hey! Cut that out!" Commander getting loud is exactly what Biden needs every 30 seconds, you know. Give him the speech, you go to turn. Oh, yes. Everybody wins. I love being here though, because y'all are great, you know. Genuinely, I don't know. Some parts of Portland do confuse me, and I'm not acting like I did the reading. So just let me be dumb for a second. You don't need to explain any of it. I'm just saying it did. 12 bridges is a lot. At 12 bridges, I don't know if everybody trying to get in or everybody trying to get out, but that's a lot of bridges. That sounds like y'all just let somebody go. Like you just let somebody cook who really like making bridges. Like everywhere you took him, he was like, you know what would be dope right here? Like, don't say it, Stephen. Don't say it. No, we put a bridge right here. Oh, it's gonna be lit, and it won't. But there's a bridge right there, Steve. And it's like, yeah, but you're not always over there. Sometimes you over here, and over here doesn't have a bridge. I'm trying to bring people together. You're trying to block blessings. 12 bridges is so much. I don't, look, this is gonna make me sound dumber. I don't even know where all, at 12 bridges, one of those bridges gotta be to Narnia. There's no way that y'all have 12 different bridges going somewhere. That's crazy. I like being here because y'all are very, very self-aware people. Maybe the most self-aware of any city that I've ever met. This is generally distressed. You'll just be making a general observation, be like, man, things are kind of odd here, and y'all are like, we know. We try. You know? And you'll be like, I'm not complaining. I've had very good food since I've been here, but y'all have some of the most like it's too many weird things at once. Do you know what I mean? That's my if I could give you a note. As a city, you have mixed and matched the weird in too many different ways as to not seem like you are on planet Earth. I was just trying to have some eggs Benedict. And it's crazy. You in a place where you getting delicious eggs Benedict and somebody's balls are out right next to you. I'm over here. Dip it in my hollandaise. I have not, this is my thing. All of this, I have not been here long. All of Portland happened to me today. At least New York gives you like a second before someone robs you. They let you get situated, get a little comfortable, let your guard down, then they snatch you. Y'all just come right out the pocket. I met somebody acting crazy as hell. Not even just acting crazy as hell. And that was my Uber driver. That's like, y'all really don't mess around. Y'all want people to know. So, dude, y'all are some of the most creative. I'm just trying to use nice words for it. Saw a dude with a cape wearing a computer monitor, dancing to no music. This man just on the street like. All right. Blown away, but I've had some good food since I've been here. Y'all are interesting because it's like y'all are weird, but also like some of y'all just very, very healthy, health conscious, healthy food and everything. This seemed like the only city in America that might have organic crack. Like. Y'all are really doing it all.